it gets very hectic sometimes. I mean, I get calls from reporters all the time who I don't know. I mean, Nebraska's so crazy. I had calls from Nebraska fans when I didn't pick up my phone, just random guys wanting to talk football with me. So, I mean, there's a lot of enjoyment that comes out of it, but I mean, it's work, and you got to take care of your business and try to make everybody happy, which is hard to do sometimes.
Everyone, it seems, from Iowa Hawkeyes coach Kirk Ferentz to the die-hard fanatics in Cornhusker Nation, wants a piece of James Vandenberg these days. And quite honestly, who can blame them? The Keokuk signal caller is the toast of the entire Hawkeye state after winning the 3A state title this season and snaring every passing record of significance in Iowa history along the way.
Sure, I'm gonna look back on that and really, in a couple years down the road, really realize how important that was and how big of an accomplishment that was. But in all honesty, it really hasn't hit me yet. And I just remember thinking that 8th grade year when we went there, Joel Osborne threw for his like 42nd touchdown pass that year. I was like, wow, that's a freakish number. And being able to eclipse that, whatever game that was the one thing I really remembered. But besides that, I mean, I'm sure they're going to be great to look at 10 years from now. Some of them are going to get broken. Others might be around for a while. And being able to see my name even on that list will be a huge accomplishment.
It is going to take some kind of Herculean effort to push James Vandenberg's name off the top of the record books. His single-season totals of 3,729 passing yards and 49 touchdowns are high watermarks that will be difficult to threaten. And when you consider the total body of his work and that before Vandenberg, just 6 other quarterbacks in Iowa history succeeded in posting back-to-back 2,000-yard passing seasons, his 7,700 career yards and 93 touchdowns seem downright unattainable in a Cy Young kind of way. Realize this as well. James Vandenberg fashioned all of those records, throwing just 7 interceptions in a mind-numbing 374 passing attempts this season to boot.
The accuracy is the first thing. It's pretty ridiculous. He's able to put balls in real tight spaces, tight windows. When you go back and look at tape, the other thing is obviously a real great command of our offense and an understanding of defense and coverage structure, which makes my job real simple. I don't have to coach him a lot. I just call the play, understand he's got some options, and let him make the decision. And that makes my job really easy because he makes great decisions. So his football IQ is high, and those are the things I think are really unique about him.
For all of his intangibles and his great intelligence, it took a state championship and all of those records to get big-time college recruiters to finally warm to the Chiefs field general. They initially only saw the flaws in James Vandenberg's physical makeup and moved other prospects ahead of him up their wish lists. That proved to be powerful incentive indeed.
I mean, I love competing. You can ask any of my brothers or sisters that, and I'm a huge competitor out there on the field or on the basketball court, and when they tell me I can't really do something, I really want to try to prove that even if I don't run the 4.5, can I move well enough to avoid pressure, see it all coming? And there's a lot of ways to compensate for a lot of the things they want. I mean, Jeff Garcia throws just as good a passes as Jamarcus Russell, and I mean, it doesn't always matter. The prototypical quarterback they want is not always what is the best. A lot of guys can just do it. I'm not saying I can just do that, but it's nice being able to prove that even if you're not exactly what they want, you're not the 4.5, you're not the 6'5", not 220 pounds coming out of high school. To be able to do that and hang with those guys and still compete with those guys when you go to those tournaments, I mean, I thrive on that.
Whatever college locks into signing James Vandenberg, it's not only a talented prospect, but a true leader. A gentleman who at every turn deflected his own praise and sang those of his teammates. And a young man who dealt graciously with every compliment and every fan, regardless of who was imposing on his time. Put simply, James Vandenberg is in every walk of life a winner. And giving his hometown a state title could not be more fitting high school career punctuation for the 2007 KHQA Football Player of the Year.
Yeah, you can't go out any way better. Winning that, what was it, 9 games in a row or whatever it was. I mean, that's the dream season in on, especially with our class with 21 starting seniors, and that's how we always dreamed of going out, and going out like that. And you never really think it's possible until it keeps going, and it's like, might as well not stop here. And to be able to accomplish that, I mean, it's awesome.
By the way, James Vandenberg is also a valedictorian candidate and plans to study pre-med in college, and we're